Hi there, my name's Nina and this is the Goddess Diaries. Hi, how are you? And if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get that bit out the way. Hit the subscribe button. Give the video a wee thumbs up if you enjoy it. But stay with us because this is going to be a good video. Today I'm going to chat everything, not everything, spell work, altars and rituals. Okay, this is just going to be slightly covering it because I do talk a lot and I don't want to go off on a tangent, so I want to just kind of just cover it slightly, just cover the basics and maybe elaborate in other videos, okay, right, where I just concentrate on one topic. Okay, right, so I've got a wee note here so that I don't forget. So let's go into spell work. So the first time you come in and you started showing an interest in the craft, usually you're interested in spells, let's face it, right? Because you've grown up watching all the films or just looking at programmes it's on, you've read books, and a lot of it is based on spells. When you think about the Wicked Witch and the cast a spell, right? So we're all interested in spells, and that's okay. It's always okay to talk about spells. It's not. There's not a stigma behind it. There's not anything. It's not. It's a serious thing. And I do spell work every single day. Like, I don't miss a day. I really, honestly don't miss a day. So when people come and chat to me, and the first thing they say is, "Do you do spell? Do you cast spells?" That's usually the way that they say it, and I say absolutely, like absolutely. Why would I not? Why would I not? The next question is, well, how do you do that? All different ways, really, just all different ways. They ask me to explain what spell work is, so I kind of say, unless you're in the craft and you're actually working it, you know, I kind of say that it's like a visual manifesting. And people seem to get what I'm saying then, you know, so you're just putting your intentions out there. Spell work is words that come from your heart, come from your soul, come from a spirit guide, and it's intentions. Okay, so it's always aimed at something. The next one I always get asked for is it bad to do money spells? No, it's not. It's extremely good to do money spells. Now, when you think about the law of attraction, your ask, believe, receive, visualising to materialise, that's all. That's all we're kind of doing as well, okay? That is basically what we are doing. I'm trying to just kind of lay this out here on a way that you would probably understand what it is, and to try and keep your attention past this bit. It can be quite a complex thing, obviously. Rhymes, spells usually get spoken rhymes. It's not poetry, doesn't have to all rhyme. Do you know, and this is one of the complicated things, I suppose, about spells, as in they're not really complicated, but you need to be very careful in your choice of words. So it's like you always get the saying, be careful what you wish for, and when you're manifesting, be careful in how you're manifesting, you know, because you'll get exactly what you ask for. And that is exactly what spells are, right? So you have to be very, very careful. You have to really think about what it is you want to achieve, what the outcome of this spell is going to be. You have to think about the words that you choose. And you also have to be very aware of, you've got witchcraft and you've got Wicca, right? So I'm not completely Wiccan. I'm more eclectic, but I'm more Wiccan than I am witchcraft, witch. And I do believe in it, you know, the law of three. That is what I live by, and that's my choice. That's a whole other video there as well, isn't it? So I always like to always include in my spells with harm to none, you know, with harm to none. And I can only speak for myself. I don't know anybody else. I know everybody else does spells, but I never ask about their spell work because it's quite a personal thing. Now, the other thing I do get asked for a lot is for me to make spells for other people, and would I charge? Well, of course I do. I'm being honest, this is what all these videos are about, being honest. Yes, I do charge, and it's because of the energy and time that I am putting into them as well. And a lot of the time, the things that I'm providing along with the spell. Okay, so it's not just something where, you know, you can go on eBay, just buy off whatever off eBay, and I'm saying that that's okay, because if that's what you want to do, that's okay. When I'm making spells, they're for the individual, and they're geared towards that individual, and everything is all about that individual. So when you're buying it off the internet, you're just buying a generic thing, and then it's your intentions that's going into it. Okay, so don't think that it's not because you're buying it on eBay or you're buying it off a website that, you know, it's not geared specifically for you, so therefore is this a waste of money? But well, no, because even if I'm putting everything all together and doing this especially for you, it's still your intentions, it's still your thoughts and feelings and everything inside you that's got to go into that spell to make it work. Okay, you've got to constantly visualise and constantly have positive thoughts. You will attract what you think. Okay, so what you think about, you're bringing about. You need to be very, very careful with your choice of words. I'm not going to like jump into that any more really than that. I think I'll make that into a whole separate video, to be honest with you, because I could probably go on a wee bit longer just on spell work. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is rituals, and that's another question I get asked often. Do you do rituals? Do you do them naked? Do you go outside and you do them? Do you just do them in your house? The answer is yes, 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 and no, and yes, and that's it. So do I do them naked? Yes, I can do Skyclad. Have I done Skyclad outside? No, no, I haven't, but I will do it. There's a position, and that sounds so bad. There's like there's that in my bedroom. I have, the way that our houses are, there's kind of bigger house right beside, and they've got one window, and I think it's like their bedroom that just comes straight into it comes into my living room, but I think you can kind of look in my bedroom part as well. I have got a balcony in my living room here, the full length. So, so I'll do the Skyclad bit first, yeah. So I'll do that in my bedroom, especially in a filming. I'll do it in a filming because my menstrual cycle, tends to kind of flow, round about that time as well. And you know, we've just done it again, so that's just how I flow anyway. So yes, I like to, if I'm doing a ritual, then I will do it, but in my room. So I've got to position myself so that I can have, because the full moon comes straight through into my window at a certain time. So if I'm going to do it, I have to do it then. With my blinds open, but in a position where no one can see in. So that one covers that. Do I do rituals outside? Yes, I will do them in the woods. I also do them on my balcony. Yes, people can see me, people can hear me, I don't care. Though everyone about here knows what I'm like anyway, but if I don't, well, definitely by now. Downstairs on the patio bit at the back door, I'll do them there. We'll have the fire going, and my family joins in with the rituals. I tend to just do it down there when it's family rituals, when it's on maybe like solstice or something, or Beltane, winter solstice, things like that. So I do rituals outside. Yes, I do rituals inside. I do a ritual basically every single day. Okay, I like to, and I don't do it the same way every day. It just depends what it is that I'm doing, depending on what I'm manifesting, depending what it is I'm looking for. But you can plan. I could plan out every single day for the next week or month, all the different rituals or spell work that I want to do, and then I can wake up that day and not be in that kind of frame my mind, be in something else. So I don't plan too far ahead with anything. If I'm doing something specific, I will still do that something specific, but I will also do other things. So yes, I will. My next thing on my list here is under rituals is the casting a circle. So yes, the casting a circle is part of a ritual. So it's just people have picked up in words. If you're already walking the path, then you'll already know all these kind of things. You'll have read it somewhere. These are the questions that people ask me who are just coming into the craft. So when I'm doing events or just on Facebook or anything like that, Instagram, people will message me and ask me all these questions. And I don't know if they actually think, because they see it maybe in films or they hear people talking about it, or they read it in the books, they think, oh, if they come and ask me, I'll definitely tell them the truth, and I absolutely would. And I feel privileged that you take my word for things like that, and then you know that I'll be honest with you. So yes to the Skyclad, yes to the circle casting. I like to cast a circle for protection when I'm doing spell work. Now, do I always do that? No, I don't always, I'll be honest. I have, my main altar is in my bedroom, and I will, it just depends. Again, it just depends on the kind of the mindset I'm in that day. I may choose to do a full circle casting, and other times I just basically sage and bless the area, and it's just like a short routine that I'll go through doing the ritual and doing the spell work. That takes me on to altar. I'm going to try and see if I can keep this video down a wee bit today. My videos always end up being quite long. So my altar. Do I have more than one altar? I don't. I have one altar, but what I do is I take some things from that altar, and depending on what it is I want to do, and depending on where it is I want to do, where I want to do it. That doesn't make sense, right? So let me backtrack a bit. Right, so it depends on what I'm doing. So if I am doing something for all the family, I will do it in my kitchen, because that's like the heart of my home. That's where we all sit. That's where we'll gab. But things we have a driveway at the front of my house and the back. We always come in the back. So anybody who's coming to visit usually drive round the back and come in the kitchen. So that is the kind of heart of my home. And that's why I do it there. So I've always got some altar items. I do make things for the altar as well. So I've got some things that I keep downstairs, and I will do small bits of spell work there. And it's usually like a candle, an altar plate, my cauldron for burning incense. What else do I usually take down from my main altar? A wand. My blessed bowls, depending the kind what I'm doing. You know, my blessed bowls as in for salt and water. So, but I'll maybe do a kind of altar video for you one day. I won't do my, because I think everybody's altar is very personal to them. Some people like to decorate an altar and show it to people, and I think that's absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. I'm kind of not like that. I honestly don't have lots of things on my altar. The things on my altar are there for me, for the things that I want. I don't decorate it elaborately. I don't have elaborate things on it, because I'm not a frills kind of girl. So I don't really pay that close attention to detail. I'm quite plain. So I have only what I need and what I want to use on it. But I'm still quite happy to show it in candles. Candles. I make my own candles. And I'll do my own candles if I'm doing spell work for you as well. So everything is all in that when you get that. What else? So yes, I do move my altar about. When I go away, I don't take altar items with me, but I will use like sage and like candles and things like that. I've usually got something that's a wee bit personal with me, but only if I'm really going to be doing it. Usually when I go away, it's usually at the most a long weekend. I'm such a home bird. I never go away anywhere. This year I'm going to Glastonbury for a whole week. We're going for 5 days. my gosh, we do drive 8 hours all the way down to Glastonbury, spend 2 days and drive 8 hours all the way back up. But this year I'm going down for 5 days, so I'm rather excited, and we're camping. But anyway, so back for that. So yes, I probably will have altar items with me then. I will do that because I'm away for 5 days and I can't go for 5 days without doing something. So I'll take a few more things then. My next thing's altar tools, and that's a question I get asked all the time. What kind of things should I have on my altar? What I would say to people is, try not to Google altars, because this is a thing people say, well, I've looked on Google, and like, don't do that. See, when you're first starting out, you just get your basic necessities. Usually that would include like a wand or an athame. You don't have to have both. People say athame. They say they'll pronounce it all different ways, right? So that's my way of saying it, and that's it. So you either have that or you have a wand, or you can have both if you like. A wand can be anything. You could go for a walk in nature, and I would suggest that you do that to start with, right? You can buy a wand. A friend made me my wand. And it's the wood that goes with my birthday for November, so I was delighted with that. So that's another thing you can do. Everybody's got trees associated with them for their birth, so you can go and maybe get a wand made from that if you want it to be a wee bit more personal. But I would honestly say, go into nature, go for a walk in the woods or go for a walk in the park and see a nice stick. It doesn't matter what kind of shape it's in. Mine's is not like a long straight. Mine's has got a few nooks and bends in it. And take that, but wherever it's lying, ask permission to take it from the tree. It doesn't matter if it's dead. Please don't ever break anything off a tree. That's would just break my heart, But anything that's lying about, and give thanks for that. Leave something, even if it's just a stone or something, or a wee crystal or whatever. Leave something as an exchange, okay? Thank the fairies, thank the trees, thank the keepers of the forest for giving you permission to take that. I never take anything unless I've given thanks, I've asked and then given thanks for it. Okay, it's just about respecting nature. So get that, then you can bring it home and you can clean it. You can strip the bark off it if you want or not. Maybe wrap some nice ribbon, glue some ribbon around it, add wee tiny crystals or anything. You can shells, you can do anything at all. Make it personal to you. I would absolutely say do that. I think that is an amazing way, because then you've chosen it, you've went into the forest and it's been there, nature has gifted you that, you have taken it and you have created that and you've completely put all your energy into that. Now if you choose to buy one, that's absolutely fine as well, but can guarantee you the people who you're buying it for who's went into the forest, seen nice sticks, picked it up and done all the work, So if you don't want to put the work in, then that's absolutely fine. They'll have still blessed it. You're not going to get anything that's negative anyway. So that's your wand. I would say candles, because one for the Lord and one for the lady, or the gods and goddess. Usually it can be black or greens. Well, do you know what? It can be too white. Just, you choose. Normally it'd be black or white. Black for the Lord, white for the lady. Sometimes I use green for the Lord, white for the lady. I think that's usually the kind of colours that I do. So you've got that. You have incense. Have a small cauldron or a wee dish that you can burn incense. Some sage and a feather. Again, you can go into the woods and get some feathers. I have got some amazing, I have got owl feathers. Again, that was gifted from a friend. There is, in the woods where I live, lots and lots of crows, so I have also got quite a nice collection of crow feathers. What else would you put on it? A pentacle. Put on a pentacle. I'm trying to think if I've got any. Oh, mine's are outside. I've usually got pentacle coasters here. I make pentacle coasters, but I've also got this sitting on my table here. This just sits on my coffee table. So just even if it's something like that you've got, you can put that in. And I would say that's really all you need to start with. You know, if you've got crystals that mean anything to you, or you want to charge them up with the energy of your spell work or anything, put that on. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money at the beginning. And this is the thing, because people say, well, I can't afford to buy all that stuff, and you don't need to. Just get glass bowls, collect moon water, so you get a glass dish, fill it with nice water. When it's a full moon, leave it out for the moon to charge it, and then you can put that into a nice wee glass bottle to keep, and you can use that during rituals, and that should last you for your full cycle to the next full moon. So things don't need to cost a lot of money. You can just use tea lights. You don't have to go out and buy expensive candles. But usually coloured candles definitely work. You know, maybe if you think about your chakras, right, as well. So, you know, you can have things, colours to line up your chakras. You can have like green, usually for abundance. I'm going to go into all that anyway separately in another video, because, you know, I'm sitting here looking at them and I'm like 20 minutes in already, and I'm basically just kind of quickly covering everything. So you would usually have like pink or red for love, green for abundance. I use a lot of green. I do a lot of money spells. I do a lot of abundance spells. I absolutely do. And the universe is vast. It's plenty out there. Don't ever feel bad. And don't ever let anybody else make you feel guilty for wanting money and for wanting time freedom and cash freedom. Don't ever let anybody make you feel guilty about anything at all. And if you feel like you're surrounded by people who you can't be yourself with, you can't chat to them, but look at your friendship, and you can either just say, well, do I need this person in my life? And if you still want them in your life, just understand that this is a part of your life that maybe you can't share with that one person. But the minute you decide to start walking down this road, you have just opened the door to a whole other world and a whole lot of new friends as well. So not everyone's going to be interested in your journey. I have been extremely lucky. I must admit, I have been extremely lucky where people do understand, and people are always very interested. And even people who at first, when I say, yeah, I absolutely own it, I practice witchcraft, I do tarot readings, I love my tarot, I use pendulum boards, I use the Ouija board, and usually people initially go, oh, do you want to hear? Tell me more. And that's what they do. So I am quite lucky. I am very self-assured. I'm very confident. And I wasn't always this way, but I am now. Since walking down this path many years ago, my confidence has grown as well. So I am strong enough to tell people about things. Do I chat to them about everything? No. Nope. You'll come across people who are like, oh really? And what do you do? Do you cast me spells and stuff? You just go, maybe stuff. Yeah, I do stuff. And that's as much as the conversation then will go. You can always tell the people who you can have a conversation with, who's a wee bit open-minded, and the people that are not. And the people that are not, I stay extremely quiet, because if they're not interested, and you're just wasting your energy. And I'm not interested in anything, especially not my energy. So I've got that covered. So we've covered a little bit of spell work. Don't ever feel embarrassed about doing spell work, and don't ever feel guilty or bad because you're wishing for things for yourself. Why wouldn't you wish for things for yourself? It's other people's belief systems that has put those ideas in your head that you cannot ask for things for yourself. Yes, you can. You always can. Okay, so always be manifesting. Ritual. And also, let me just say this: rituals and spell work is not something that you have to jump into as soon as you come into the craft. Okay, you can practice the craft so many other ways. By reading about things, by just going out into nature, by manifesting in nature, being at one, and changing your mindset and changing the way that you become, the way that you are. Become very environmentally aware. Take an interest in herbs, and incense. you know, find out about the goddesses, find out about all the deities. Give offerings when you go down to the water, just soak in the energy. And maybe if you know, don't ever take something without leaving something, just read. So not everybody, the minute they say, right, okay, that's it, I need to have an altar, I need to start doing spell work, I need to do rituals, I need to cast circles, I need to do all this. No, just read about it. Just take his time, I can't speak today, take as much time as you need to get yourself into it, but go down that road, walk down that road with the intentions of doing these things, okay? Because you are what you practice, right? Having an altar is fun, having an altar is great. You can decorate it depending on what Sabbath it is. You can decorate it in the kinds of flowers. The next Sabbath we've got coming up is Beltane. I love Beltane, absolutely amazing time of the year. You know, spring is here, everything's coming to life. It's, you know, everything's mating, all the animals are mating, we're getting all into it, and it's such an amazing time of the year. So you can decorate with flowers, with spring flowers. I don't like cut flowers. You very rarely will ever see flowers on my altar, being honest. I just don't like cut flowers. I just feel like if they naturally die, then that's fine. But for them to be cut, it's like killing them. I feel like I'm killing them, and I can't do that. So, but I'll decorate it with fake flowers, and I'm more than happy with that. And I don't always do that either. But you know, put a plant on. You can get flowery plants. You know, a lot of your plants, don't get me wrong, you know, like you're having to cut your herbs, like your lavender, you have to cut it down because they just mass produce. And you know, I use a lot of lavender. I'll have it in tea, I'll have it in sleep sprays, I'll have it in sleep pillows. I'll use it in incense, and I'll use it in my spell work. So you've got to cut back. You've got to cut back in things. So, you know, that's okay with some things. So yeah, these are all the questions that people ask me that are coming in new to the craft. So I hope you got something from the video. I hope I managed to cover it without babbling too much. So we've got spells, we've got ritual, we've got circle casting, we've got altar, I've got it written down. I've got moving altars, altar tools, and altar tools is the one thing that please do not spend a lot of money on. Just let your altar build up gradually. Just let it build up gradually. You'll gravitate towards things, and you'll know what you want on your altar as soon as you see it. Even if it's something less, you would go, oh, that would look lovely on my altar. Or it could just be like my husband bought me a lovely ornament, and it was a crone. And I think you can get them in a lot of places. Just people make things all the time. Go on Etsy and have a wee look. So I have that sitting because I'm now going through early menopause, so, and have been for a couple of years. So he bought me a crone. Thank you, husband. But I love it because it means I'm going into my wise woman stage. So that reminds me, whenever I doubt myself, I will look at her and think, no, I am strength, I am positivity, and I am energy, and I am all woman, and I am wise. That's what I'll just keep telling myself. Anyway, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a wee thumbs up. Please like my video and share it. Love a share. So blessed be.